The opinions expressed on Fork.0 are not necessarily those of the Fork 2002. They are intended for comedic purposes only. This is not a video game review. Enjoy!
Hey guys, welcome to Fork.0. Unlike that pansy Rob Dyrdek, I'm not afraid to admit that this is a total knockoff. So if you're tired of high production value and would rather see me standing between a webcam and a green bedsheet, well then I've got a treat for you. We're here to talk about indie games. That's right, nobody watches viral videos anymore. Indie games are where it's at. Literally dozens of people play indie games almost every day. And when 17 people on the internet tell you that a game with 1,000th of the budget of a AAA title is worth a third of the price, well, you better punch in that Visa, because we all know that 3 crappy games are way better than 1 good one. Wouldn't it be great if we could apply that logic to everyday life? Excuse me, waiter.
Yes, sir. How may I help you?
There's poop on this menu.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get you a clean one.
No, you don't understand. It says poop on the menu, as if that's what you're selling.
Yes.
I'm confused.
About what, sir?
So you're telling me that you sell
Poop.
poop?
Yes, as in fecal matter. But it's on special today, and they're 3 for 1.
Check, please. Hey, don't judge. Times are hard. Got my belly full, and I even had enough left over to leave on Old Man McGuire's doorstep. I know what you're thinking. 3 for the price of 1, you should have had enough left over for 2 doorsteps. They have small portions. Who's that nerdy playboy? Well, that's none other than Matt Thorson, the creative mind behind Towerfall. The game debuted in June of 2013 on the Ouya. The Ouya. What was that thing called? The Ouya. And it did pretty well, as far as indie games on the Ouya are concerned. But when exclusivity ran out, so did Matt. He thought that his 8-bit masterpiece would swim better with the big fish. So he did what any other self-proclaimed big-time game developer would. He made it better and then brought it to the PS4. You can also get it on Windows, Mac, and Linux.
Towerfall is a 2D multiplayer arena-style platforming archery indie game. Because the more generic tags the game has on its YouTube trailer, the better it must be. You can either shoot your enemy with an arrow, or you can simply jump on their head. There are various upgrades to arrows, players, and the environment. Although the game was released over a decade later, it brings back that feel from the original Super Smash Bros., but with the graphics from a decade earlier. The only downside is the lack of online multiplayer. Offline multiplayer requires you to have friends. Let's look at the target audience here. Unless you can afford a real console like the PS4, then you can just use SharePlay to shoot your arrows across the world. You're welcome, indie gamers. Sony has your back. And look, I can run through the left side, come out the right, bounce off my partner's head, and kill the bad guy. Wait a second. That kind of looks familiar.
Is that the original Mario Bros. Arcade game from 1983? Now, they're not that similar. It's still not quite the same thing. Mario didn't get head stomps and lethal projectiles until 1985. And to be fair, fireballs and arrows are 2 totally different things. Towerfall features a strong female archer. You just don't see a combination like that anywhere else. Alright, to be fair, The Last of Us is a PlayStation exclusive. You can play Towerfall on several other platforms. Alright, to be fair, Towerfall takes place in an enclosed arena. It's a fight to the death. Only one survivor. Oh, come on, that's not even a video game. Well, I guess this show's more original than Towerfall. Well, it appears that Towerfall on the Ouya doesn't have all the bells and whistles that its counterparts do on the other platforms. Let's see what Matt has to say about this on this week's Dramatic Forum Readings. Now, Dramatic Forum Readings is where I read to you a forum dramatically.
So, I introduced a friend of mine to Towerfall on the Ouya. He took to it pretty well and ended up buying the Steam version, which I was surprised to find includes additional variants than what is available on the Ouya. I was wondering what was up with this. Are these Steam exclusive variants, or are there plans to update the Ouya version?
I hate the Ouya. I mean, the Ouya is the hardest version for me to update. As of right now, I wouldn't touch that crap with a 10-foot pole. I don't have any plans to support it further. Sorry.
Oh darn, that's disappointing. Does that mean Ouya isn't going to be getting the Dark World expansion?
Sorry, Discotheque Jam. I think you may have already answered that question. Thorson is no longer supporting the Ouya, and both Ouya owners are very upset about it. I know it may seem a little harsh, but can you blame him? What is the Ouya anyway? Well, the Ouya is an indie-developed gaming console for indie games. That sounds like a recipe for success, doesn't it? It is crowdfunded on Kickstarter. The console fits in the palm of your hands. It's got hundreds of games and it's $99. Where else can you play indie games on such an unobtrusive box for under $100? PlayStation TV, where did you come from? Get out of here, we're talking about the Ouya. The Ouya also touts itself as a place where developers can come get their games out there, get exposure, get discovered. And that's exactly what happened with Towerfall, so can you really be that mad? On the other hand, how could he do that to all the people that got him to where he is today? I mean, what's the PS4 have that the Ouya doesn't? Besides record-breaking console sales and a solution to the lack of online multiplayer. I don't know. Anyway, if you can't play the Dark World expansion on the Ouya, where can you? Early this year, you could pick it up on the PS4 and Steam. And the PlayStation Vita is getting Towerfall Ascension along with the Dark World expansion. So, if the Vita's getting Dark World, then... Thanks for watching Fork.0. If you don't like my material, sorry, I can't just sit on the couch and come up with great ideas. I have to go to work, or I pretend like I have to poop, so I can sit on the toilet and come up with great ideas. Don't get me wrong, I try to go. Every time I sit down, I push, because it's exhausting faking flatulence with my mouth every time someone walks in. And if I don't, they think I'm just sitting there trying to get out of work. Some people just assume the worst. Now I've spent entirely too much time on this episode talking about crap, which is why I stopped talking about the Ouya to tell you about my fake bowel movements. Join us next time where we talk about another indie game. Or maybe we won't. I have a fear of commitment, and I can't really say at this juncture what the next episode will be about. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, Vine, and the other upcoming shows on this channel. See you later.